everyone, and welcome back into another video. My name is Ty. Thanks for clicking on this one. And today brought brother Josh back onto the channel. It's been a while, but today we're going to talk about some records, some things that we've been picking up, some music that we've been spinning, and also talk about some live albums. For the live albums too, I just kind of picked just like kind of random ones, not necessarily my favorite ones, just ones I wanted to talk about. So yeah, this is kind of a pilot episode for bringing the Living Deadwax podcast back and kind of a more nuanced form. Basically every month we'll sit down and talk about things that we've picked up, talk about things we've been spinning, and then have a specific topic as well to go over. So hopefully it does well. If you like this type of stuff, hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're nearing 500 subs on the channel, so hopefully we can get there shortly. But anyways, after all that, Josh, how are you doing today, man?
Doing good, brother. How you doing?
Good. I'm good, man. Excited to talk about some music. And I don't know, man. I mean, I've been buying... Money's obviously money, but I've been buying a lot. I don't know about you. I don't know, but kind of fill me in on, you've been kind of talking to me about it, but you got anything, you got pre-orders coming still or no?
I got the Chris Cornell coming tomorrow.
Oh, okay. The solo one?
The second album, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is that first time on vinyl or?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. That'd be cool. And you're pretty close to being Chris Cornell complete, right?
Yeah, there's one other solo album you can't get, the Scream album.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that'll get reissued one day.
Do you have you have Temple of the Dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
On vinyl?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Is it the music on vinyl version?
No, it's not the music on vinyl one. Okay. I just know I know it's a 2 LP. I can't remember the exact year.
Okay. I just don't remember. I remember the music on vinyl one. I have it on CD, but I don't know it on vinyl. Yeah. But anyways, guys, yeah, let's get into some recent pickups. So, Josh, we'll just go back and forth one and one. So, if you want to kick us off, show us something that you've recently picked up or has come in the mail or whatever.
All right, the first one I can show you guys is Oingo Boingo, Dead Man's Party. Nice. This is the music on vinyl, 2021.
Very nice.
So I kind of heard this band through like you and Dan. So I always liked them. I just never had their stuff, so I figured I'd start somewhere.
Yeah, I mean that's like one of the best ones to start with, too. Honestly, it's probably their best album.
Right.
It's easily their most famous. Dead Man's Party. I think isn't Weird Science on there too?
Yes, it is. Last track.
Yeah, obviously Weird Science from the movie as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a massive album. I own most of the discography. There was actually a boutique label, Rebellin Remasters. Really cool guy that used to post on the Steve Hoffman forums that got all he would do like obscure 80s like synth stuff, new wave stuff, pop stuff, and he got the rights to a lot of the Oingo Boingo stuff, and he did a nice run of all the Oingo Boingo, so I have a lot of his stuff.
Gotcha. That's cool.
To find originals of that stuff is expensive.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Super expensive now. So yeah, I'm curious to see how that one sounds. I have his the Rebellin remaster, his one remaster of it, but
yeah, I'll definitely let you know.
Alrighty, let's go. I'm just gonna do a lot of this stuff kind of at once because all of this basically came in at once. I've been on a CD train, and I'll kind of show you why, because I've got these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 CDs. I spent around $70 for 6 CDs, which, if you buy 6 brand new LPs, you're looking at, I don't know, a couple $100, depending on what you're buying.
Very true.
$300 depending on what you're buying. But I'll run through these really quick. Most of these came from Boone's Overstock, so If anybody's familiar with Scott Waters on YouTube, he's a part of that. Not Boone's Overstock, but he's a part of Brutal Planet Records. He does a lot of these layouts and artwork and stuff for a lot of these reissues. And their big thing is just reissuing a lot of old stuff. But I got this album, Witchery. This one is In His Infernal Majesty's Service. They're a blackened thrash metal band. This is like their 2016 or 2017 release or something like that. Coroner with R.I.P. Really, really good technical thrash metal. This is their, almost positive it's their debut. I could be wrong. Gotten deep into the Coroner run because they came back last year, and that album they released last year is absolutely stellar. You'd probably dig Coroner a lot, Josh. Kind of, I mean, technical thrash, so kind of like a Megadeth vibe. Not really, gotcha. But that kind of riffing and song structure and stuff, like kind of proggy and technical in its feel. Really good stuff. And I know you know this band, but two of their later albums, 3 Inches of Blood.
Nice.
Yeah, with Long Live Heavy Metal. And then I think this is their last one. I know they broke up and got back together, but they haven't done a new studio. Here Waits Thy Doom. Canadian, Western Canada, Vancouver, British Columbia. They're kind of traditional heavy metal, thrashy. Yeah, I'm a big Advance and Vanquish fan. I love that album. I dig these ones too, but these were all on clearance on Boone's Overstock. So I paid about $50 shipped for all of these. Like 3 of these were $5 a piece. I just went on there for the Coroner, and I'm like, I didn't feel comfortable paying like $15 for the CD and then paying like $15 for that ship that one CD. Right. So I added more on there, and the rest of them were like $5 on clearance. So I'm like, CDs are where it's at right now. I still buy a lot of vinyl and buy stuff, but specific bands on vinyl. But and then the last two really quick. I'm just showing all these at once because they literally all came in today. Hooded Menace. These guys, Swedish death metal band, really good stuff. They had one last year that was absolutely stellar too. So I picked these both up. This one is Ossuarium Silhouettes Unhallowed. Say that 12 times fast. And then this one is the Tritonus spell. Probably pronouncing that wrong. Really, really good death metal, though. Very riff-oriented, solos, melodic, produced really well. You'd probably dig this stuff too, Josh. Really, really good. Really, really good. I would just check out Hooded Menace. Check out that new one. It's definitely a solid listen. And yeah, I'm almost positive. Finnish, not Swedish. Finnish death metal band. They kind of have a Swedish death metal sound, death doom sound. But super cool band. And yeah, I picked this up on Amazon. So awesome. That's it for my first run. What else you got?
All right, another band I've been into. I just didn't want to get all their vinyl, and I saw they came out with the greatest hits. So you got Triumph.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, this just came out like, I think, beginning of the month, maybe end of May.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this has got all the songs you want, of course, on it.
Yeah. They just, I have a lot of the original stuff because Triumph is still pretty cheap. You can find a lot of the used stuff. The OG pressing is still relatively cheap. But yeah, they actually got back together 2/3 of the original lineup, and they did US dates for the first time in a very, very long time.
Nice, that's awesome.
This year, yeah, I wish they played no dates on the West Coast, 0. So I would have went just to say I saw them because their live shows back in the day were legendary. There's actually a really good documentary out there about Triumph that I think Sam Dunn did. Of Banger Films. I think he did it. I could be wrong. But really, really good documentary about them. That came out a couple years ago.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, good shit. That's a good pickup, though. let's talk about. I'll do these two together because these two came in together. Symphony X, The Odyssey, and then Symphony X, Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost was 2007, I think, because I think it was like my sophomore year. And then The Odyssey, I think, is like 2004. The one that came out. These are my two favorite Symphony X albums. New York, progressive metal band. A little bit more like technical and thrashy than think Dream Theater, but a little bit heavier than that. I think you dig these guys too, Josh, because you dig a little bit of prog and a little bit of thrash. So,
I've known you listen. You listen to them forever.
Yeah, I've since this album came out, Paradise Lost, because I actually wrote about this in the school paper in high school, and these came out. It was a company called Sheet Happens, which I've never heard of, out of Canada. They do mostly sheet music, so they partner with bands to do really cool like bound books of sheet music for specific artists. And yeah, they started dabbling in vinyl, I guess. And these were going on the, this got posted up on the Discord, the Heavy Metallurgy Discord. And I kept getting Instagram ads for them. So they finally they did these two and then one other one. Finally got these. I did spin this one. Super clean pressing. Sounds great. 45 RPM. Really, really cool. Highly recommend it. So yeah, I'm excited to finally own those on vinyl. So.
Very cool. All right, I'll do this one next. I didn't get it at the time when it first came out, but I had the money recently, so I picked it up. The Danzig one.
Yep. I picked up that same one, that RSD Essential one. I know they did a reissue. They did a reissue of it like a few months before that RSD Essential came out, and that was gone. I'm like, I didn't even see it in stores, and then they did that one. So, have you spun that yet?
Not yet.
It's good. It's good. That's the white one, isn't it? Isn't
exactly.
That white vinyl? Yeah. It's good. It sounds good. It's cool to own that too. Finally, because I have that and the second one, and those were notoriously out of print forever.
Yeah, for sure.
So finally back in circulation, which is very, very cool. Let's do this one. I think another one I think you like. Talisman. This is their debut from 90. This is their 35th anniversary edition. They're a hard rock, kind of glam metal-y band. Jeff Scott Soto was the front man. I've been on a weird Jeff Scott Soto kick because I watched an interview with him. There's a channel called Hair Metal Guru, and I'm not a big hair metal guy, but the guy does really good interviews. And he had Jeff Scott Soto on there, and they basically covered his entire career. And Jeff Scott Soto has done a ton of shit. And I mainly watched it because I wanted to hear him talk about Journey and talk about the drama with all that shit. And went down a weird rabbit hole that I remember me and you actually saw him front Journey. He only fronted Journey for a literal like a tour in the US, like a handful of dates. And then some dates overseas. He was only in the band for like a year, and it was just random. Like, oh yeah, I remember he was the front man of the band when we saw him. I'm a huge Jeff Scott Soto fan. I think that dude's an amazing singer. Anyway, he was in this band with the guy's name Marcel. I think I have it here. Marcel Jacob. Marcel Jacob was in Yngwie Malmsteen's band with Jeff Scott Soto. Like 5-ish, 6-ish years before this album came out. And then after their Yngwie run, they did this album together. And Marcel Jacob is Swedish. He was also in early versions of Europe. So Final Countdown Europe. He was in early versions of that band. So kind of Europe-y, but a little heavier, really polished AOR. Just really, really good hard rock, kind of glam metal. Really good musicians, and Jeff Scott Soto is an amazing singer. So check this out. Check this one out. Find it on YouTube, Josh, and stream it. Yeah, Talisman. Just their self-titled album. Really, really good. And I think you can still pick this up on Amazon as well.
Oh, good to know.
What you got? Keep them coming.
All right, this is my last new arrival. Faith No More, Angel Dust. So Faith and More albums always, every time I see them, they're super expensive, but this one was like 20% off. I think I paid like $45 for it, which is actually a pretty decent price.
Okay.
So I've been kind of on a Faith and More kick lately, as you can tell.
Is that the music on vinyl one?
It just says a UK version. It's not music on vinyl.
Okay. Because a lot of their stuff was music on vinyl. They did a lot of the 90s stuff. And like when I first got into collecting vinyl, that was like the only way you could get a lot of that stuff. I don't know, man. It'd be interesting. What's on that record? Midlife Crisis, Small Victory.
I Started a Joke cover. No, I'm sorry. Easy's on here.
Easy. Yeah. Okay.
And then Caffeine. Caffeine's a really good song. Yeah, this is a good album. There's a bunch of stuff on here.
Yeah, that would be a fun ranking to do sometime.
I was sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, because there's not a ton of albums, and like some of them, like really familiar with, like the Real Thing, and then like other ones like that, Angel Dust, King for a Day. Like I barely know that record.
Yeah, that one's really good too.
Album of the year, and I have never listened to the 2015 album.
Yeah, just I have back in the day, but I couldn't. I know like MFR, and there's a couple other cool songs on there.
Do you have that one on vinyl too?
No, not yet.
That one floated around forever.
Yeah, I can still get that. Sorry, I can still get that one pretty affordable.
Gotcha.
Just haven't done it yet.
All right, well let's do stuff you've been spinning. I'll do one here. Some of these are kind of recent pickups too. This is a recent-ish pickup. Another one for you to check out if you haven't. Blue Murder. This is their second and final album. This came out in '93 originally. This is a newly remastered version. This band had John Sykes in it, of Whitesnake and Thin Lizzy and Tigers of Pantang, guitar player. But he's on guitar and vocals on this album. This album is awesome. Just great, good, bluesy hard rock in that Whitesnake, Thin Lizzy vein. And it sounds like nothing, like this was not going to appeal to anybody in 1993 at all. Like you just showed off Faith No More, and then like this is strictly like sounds like the 80s. But not in a glammy way at all. Like really just good bluesy hard rock. I was stoked when I saw that. I saw this at Zia, and I was like, holy shit, I didn't even know this got pressed. I've wanted this album forever. I have their first one, and the first one's good. I just like this one a little bit more. Check out We All Fall Down, the opener. Look that track up. That's a great track. If you dig that track, you'll like the album. And I was like, oh shit, this came out. They wanted like almost $60 at Zia, though. I went on Amazon. Same thing on Amazon. $30 though. It's the same pressing, $30. So,
yeah, okay.
So I went, gave Bezos a little bit more bucks there. Couldn't give it locally. That's too much of a discrepancy for me.
Yeah.
To save half. But this is really, really good. Really a great album. My only nitpick is it's not really picking it up on the camera, but this is super pixelated. They just took the JPEG of the CD and just blew it up instead of actually like recreating or finding the original photos. They just took the CD JPEG.
Yeah, that's kind of
yeah, but the pressing itself is good. So, all right, what you been listening to?
All right, this one I've spun. Another recent one. I've spun it a couple times already though. Megadeth, Euthanasia.
Yep.
Yeah, this one it sounds great, like you said.
Yeah, it sounds. The pressings are really, really good. And they used, as I found out after I put the video out, they used the original mastering, so they just remastered the original mix. So they didn't use Dave's like 2004 remixes. They sound great. That's a good underrated record too.
Yeah, definitely.
Like what are like some of the deep tracks on there? Like read off the track listing.
Yeah, I
What's
forgot how much I like this album.
yeah. Yeah, because obviously you've got a Toot Le Monde on there. That's like the
Yeah,
big giant track
starts
on
off
there.
with Reckoning Day,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Train of Consequences.
Another good one.
Yeah, To the Moon.
Yeah.
What else we got?
The Killing Road, I really like that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of a good deep cut. Elysian Fields, that's a good one. The title track. I like the back half. There's a lot of cool songs in there on that back half that are really good.
Yeah.
Good Megadeth songs. It's really bass heavy too. I think Ellefson really shines on that album. That's a good one. It's cool that those finally came out too.
Yeah, it's very cool.
That and the other one you'll probably show. I'll go with this one. I actually spun this today. Bolt Thrower with Those Once Loyal. So English death metal. This is their last album. Came out 2005. Yeah, 2005. Their last album. And then they kind of they were gonna record another one. And they're like, we just topped we don't want to do anything else because we topped ourselves. Like we can't top this record. And then they broke up like 2015-ish, I believe. Stopped touring. But yeah, this album is absolutely stellar. Just classic death metal. Probably one of the few bands too where their last record might be their best. Like a lot of people love the Bolt Thrower discography because they're kind of like Motorhead, where like a lot of their albums, you know what you're getting into. They didn't like rewrite their formula every time and change up the sound too much. But I think a lot of fans love this album. I love this album. It's probably my favorite of theirs. But yeah, a lot of good ones in the discography, and I think it's kind of one of the few. I think most people would say like this is their best album. It's their last one. So
nice.
So really, really good. What else you got?
All right, I'll show this one next. Came out recently, Audio Slave, Out of Exile. It's their second album. Yeah, I forgot how much I like this album, to be honest.
Yeah,
I know most people. I know most people only care about the first album, but
yeah, I mean that album's. I don't know, man. I need to go. It's been so long since I've even listened to that all the way through.
Like Be Yourself, Doesn't Remind Me, Number 10.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of good songs on there.
Yeah. I think the last time I listened to it though, I just remember like this is just too long. Like it's only 53 minutes though. But yeah, I don't know. I think that first album though is just so good and so like kind of ingrained in my DNA. I've never really gave that second one a shot. Do you have Revelations on vinyl?
I haven't seen that one on vinyl. But
okay.
Yeah, I would get it if I come across it.
Yeah, so that would be one for the Cornell catalog that you don't have. Sure. Gotcha. I didn't know Rick Rubin produced that Out of Exile.
Yep.
Oh, he did the first one too. Interesting. He didn't do the last one. That was Brendan O'Brien.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's a solid album. I need to give it another shot. We'll go back to a classic here. Trivium's Ascendancy.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to go back to high school, relive it a little bit. 2005. I still love this record. They were always kind of a metalcore band, but a little bit, they kind of had more thrashy influence and stuff in their stuff. And I don't know. I think they've kind of had more, I don't know. Killswitch is still a bigger band, so I don't want to say they had more staying power. I just think they fill like a different void than a Killswitch. And this record, I think this record is easily their best album. So yeah, I like a lot of their stuff though. It's surprising because I fell off of Trivium after In Waves. I'm like, I'm kind of out of this. And then like I've revisited in the last 5 or 6 years a lot of the stuff, and they're still very good. And I like the the three Matt and Corey and the Paulo, I think is the bass player. Like those three guys, they've had a couple different drummers, but it's been those three guys the whole time. Yeah. Like, props to them for sticking together. So do you have this one on vinyl?
I do, actually.
Okay. Yeah, this is like I think the red version. I think it's on red vinyl. But I don't know if they did a 20th anniversary pressing of this.
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest.
No. I know they did a big tour, like they played the whole thing in its entirety, but
Yeah.
pressing. What else you got?
All right. This one I was super excited to get. It's one of my favorite albums by them. I feel it's underrated. Stone Temple Pilots 4. This is the Lo-Fi version. So
Oh wow,
this
nice.
is kind of a pricey one for me, but it sounds amazing. This is like one of the best sounding records in my collection so far.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. You're gonna have MoFi does they do great work. Like there was controversy with them a few years ago because some of their stuff is sourced from digital files and they kind of lied about it. But whatever. It's a bunch of bullshit anyway. I don't really care. But yeah. No, as far as the quality of their pressings, yeah, I recommend that. And obviously, if you run into any of the Rhino hi-fi stuff, I highly recommend
Yeah.
that stuff.
Okay. Gotcha.
Like you can get a lot of the ZZ Top stuff, the couple of the Sabbath stuff. Like I have the self-titled Sabbath and Paranoid, and then I have the Cars self-titled and at Rhino Hi-Fi, similar to MoFi. It's the best sounding LPs I've ever listened to. So that's cool. You picked that up. Did that just recently come out, or is that?
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago.
Okay, that is cool. Yeah, when did that come
Okay.
out? 99? Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess they have Tiny Music out on MoFi as well, so I'll probably try to get that one sooner or later.
Yeah, you gotta if you want to get into the MoFi stuff, it's better just to get in it immediately. Because usually the stuff just gets expensive.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if you want to start going down that rabbit hole, just buy it immediately. Just pre-order it right away.
Yeah, this pre-order was $60, but I figured just do it.
Usually, well, that's my point. Like they're gonna start there, and usually they just go up.
Yeah.
Most of the time they just go up. So, yeah, I have seen the Tiny Music one. I would think Purple has one too. I don't know why they would just do those two.
Yeah, me either.
But I could be wrong. I feel like I've seen Purple, but anyway, that's really cool. You picked that up and you've spun that. It sounds great.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
That's good.
That was actually my last one for Spun Records.
Okay. Yeah, I got one more I'll talk about and a recent pickup too. His most recent album, Devin Townsend's The Moth. This sounds excellent. It's a very interesting and hard listen. It's super long. There's a lot going on. It's a big orchestra. It's basically like a soundtrack to a movie that you're not watching. Like that's the best way I could describe it. It's super good. It'll probably definitely be in my top 10. Basically anytime Devin has a release, it's in my top 10 of the year. It's just, I've spun it once all the way through, like sit down. I'm going to take whatever it is, the hour plus to listen to it. And yeah, it's good. It's good. It's definitely not for everybody though. Like there is some heavier tracks. So like if you like Devin's metal stuff, there is some heavier tracks, but a lot of it's just very bombastic orchestra, opera type stuff. Like he does opera vocals and shit. So it's definitely stretching his bounds. Like this is a record he said he's always wanted to make, like he's had in his mind forever. So dude's a genius to me. He can do no wrong. And yeah, this is his new one, and definitely a tough listen. I got to spend more time with it, but it's definitely gonna be my top 10 of the year. I just don't know where. It's, if I had to rebuy it though, I might buy the CD version, because it's 2 LPs, and like I want to be able to listen to it uninterrupted because of the way that it's a concept album, so the way that it flows, and to get up and try to, got to flip it, drop the needle again, like that's my only regret about it. So I might buy a CD copy of it too, because I'd probably rather listen to the CD, because then you can just listen to it uninterrupted. So
nice.
So yeah, let's do the main topic of the show. Doing good on time here. So I texted Josh. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna sit down and record, and choose some stuff you've been listening to, some stuff you picked up, and then I'm like, what topic can we do just easy? I said, just live albums. Pick out some live albums that you like and appreciate. And let's bullshit about those for a little bit. So, what's your first one you want to talk about?
All right, first one I want to talk about is Godsmack Mohegan Sun.
Oh,
This came out earlier this year, and it's kind of important to me because The same set list is the first time the girlfriend and I saw Godsmack.
Oh, it's the
So
same tour.
same tour, yep, same year.
Okay.
So this is kind of cool to spin and listen to these tracks and say, hey, we heard this song live.
Yeah. I
And
always like that stuff.
there's some really cool the packaging is really cool because this is supposedly their last tour and stuff. So it has a bunch of past pictures of the band and all the dudes in the band.
I didn't know that. I didn't hear that. They're not
Yeah,
touring.
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. The drummer and the I can't remember which guitar player, but they left the band now. Now Mike Mangini's the drummer for Godsmack.
I saw that.
Yeah, at least the
which,
touring member. Yeah,
which is kind of strange.
yeah,
But he's a big prog guy. He was in Dream Theater for a long time. So, I mean, good on him. You got to make,
yeah.
he's probably going to make a good chunk of coin doing those.
I think the other dude. Oh, sorry. I think the other dudes kind of got burnt out because they've been a band for almost 30 years if you think about it, and Solly just wanted to keep going.
Gotcha. So he's not going to keep the band going though.
They're touring right now. Yeah, just they're not original members.
Oh, okay. So I thought you meant they're doing like their farewell tour. He's going to keep the band going. It's just not with a lot of the same dudes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gotcha. So that album features a lot of those same dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. I'll do this one real quick. This band has quite a few live albums. I picked this one though. It's just super good. This is a cool era of the band because everybody came back, and this is their first big comeback. Halloween, United Alive. This is the 2 Blu-ray set, so this is all video. There's no CD. I don't think there's a vinyl version of this either. You can only get it on this Blu-ray set. But yeah, this is the big comeback with Michael Kiske and Kai Hansen, and this is that tour. Basically, like one of the best set lists you'll ever hear for the band. I don't know. My wife and I just saw them on the 40th, and I think very similar sets. But as far as like want to hear all the eras, the way they do them, the way they incorporate the 3 different singers now and 3 different guitar players into the band, they change up some songs to incorporate everybody, and then you'll have your Michael Kiske section where it's just him singing for like 3 or 4 songs, and then you'll have your Andy Darris section where it's just him singing for like 3 to 4 songs, and then you'll have big medleys with Kai Hansen songs, and then you'll have them all 3 singing on some of the epic songs. Like truly one of the best bands going today in all of music, like easily metal. What they do is truly, truly special, and this is a great representation of that. So I picked that one. Could have did another one. Could have did a few because they did one recently too, live at Budokan, and that one's sick too. That's from the most recent-ish tour, but yeah. Pick that one just because it's kind of special because it's the kind of comeback, I guess. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool how they do that with the different singers. Not that you can't say that for a lot of bands.
Yeah, no, you can't because a lot of bands would have just broken up. Like it's not, a lot of egos, a lot of money involved, like a lot of I don't want to sing this person's songs or singing, and they're not like that at all. They're just like, yeah, we're in it for the fun and making money. We're going to have fun and make a shit ton of money and play a lot of good tunes. So, and we got 2 records out of the lineup, which is probably more than anybody thought. And so maybe there'll be a 3rd one. So,
true.
Yeah, super cool. So what else you got?
All right. I've had this one for a while, but I'm sticking with the Megadeth theme, that Buenos Aires.
I don't have that one.
3 LP.
Yeah, I don't have that one.
This one's pretty cheap. I got it cheaply anyways. It was $45 maybe. So not that bad for 3 LPs.
No, yeah, not too bad. That's a good album. Yeah. So I remember that. I think there was a DVD or a Blu-ray of that I used to have. And that's cool because obviously the South American fans are just really intense. And, when they do Symphony of Destruction and they're doing the Megadeth chant.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's a great live show. That's a
I've had that.
Go ahead.
I had that one on CD back in the day, so I figured pick up the vinyl.
Yeah. I didn't even know that was on vinyl. So that's cool. I'm gonna do one. This is kind of a blast from Josh's past. Rush,
Nice.
different stages. I love this one. Probably not my favorite Rush live album. I'd probably pick Rush in Rio. I think Rush in Rio is just a better set. But this one, I mean, what was this, 98? Yeah, so you get basically all through the 90s stuff, 2 sets, set 1, set 2, and then this CD set, I don't know if I don't know if yours did too, but you get set 3, which is the Hammersmith Odeon show from 78. So you get some more modern era Rush, and then you get the extra set from 78, nice. Which is really, really cool. So, and they sound excellent on this. Like, just I was listening to this today on Spotify, and they kill it. You get a lot of good 90s stuff on here. You get Dreamline, Driven, Bravado, Animate, Show Don't Tell. That's 89, but Nobody's Hero, Test for Echo, Roll the Bones, Stick It Out, Resist, Leave That Thing Alone. So, yeah, with all the Rush, news and all the stuff with them coming back and touring again, like,
yeah, definitely.
Been doing some Rush live albums, and yeah, you had that one on CD, and you
Correct.
Spun the hell out of that. So
yeah, for sure.
What else you got?
All right, next one I'll show. Also sticking with Stone Temple Pilots, the Record Store Day. Yeah, Rolling Rock. This really great set list. I love this set list. One of my favorite shows by them.
Yeah, what year is that again?
2001, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 2001.
Yeah, I like when you can choose a lot, because there's a lot of people that don't like live albums, which I find strange. I love live albums because they kind of capture a band at a specific period, and a lot of different bands have different eras too, so you can kind of pick and choose, and they're kind of like a greatest hits too. A lot of them, like it's a great like, especially if you want to get into a band, like pick a greatest hits or pick a live album. It's kind of like that in general. So yeah, 2001, like. Anything you want to hear, they were picking from to make the set list at that point. Whereas if you go a little too early, you're only hearing like a couple albums, which is cool if you only like those albums. But I like the Rush set, like I talked about, 98. Obviously, there's over 30 years of music to pick from at that point. So same thing with that SDP. Like that was it, right? That was because the last real that was 2001, wasn't it?
They have one more after that.
Yeah, I'm talking before the comeback.
Right, that's true.
Yeah. So that's everything you'd want right there. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was cool when you picked that up. I'll piggyback off you with the Darkness. This was the Record Store Day release from this year. This is a one-way ticket to Birmingham, live at the NEC, 2006. So I'm just going to completely shit on what I just said. So they only had two albums out at this time, but those 2 first albums, I really enjoy the 2 first albums. Like that's kind of my wheelhouse when it comes to the Darkness. And this is an awesome set list. Just great. Almost the entirety of the first record and then all the big singles from the second album. Just a great freaking hard rock band. So yeah, like if you want to get into the Darkness, like I would highly recommend this to somebody because you're getting a good broad scope of kind of what the band does, and they kill it. Hometown show. Dan Hawkins mixed this live album, and it sounds excellent. Highly recommended.
Very cool.
Yeah. Keep it going. What you got next?
This is my last one, by the way. But
okay, I got a couple more.
We got Soundgarden, Live from the Artist Den.
I don't have that.
So this is a 4 LP. This has like every song you could want on it, and some cool covers and everything else. Just a great show. And you can also get this one on Blu-ray if you want to watch it.
Okay. Is that a box set?
Yeah, 4 LPs.
4 LP box.
Yeah,
that's cool. Is that pre or post the final album?
No, this has a final album songs on it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't see. I used to see that quite a bit. I don't see that anymore. I wonder if that's expensive now. 'Cause it was
Yeah, I
like
got
one of
that. Got that a few months ago.
the okay. It was like one of those things that floated around in the record store, and then you just saw it
Mm,
forever, and then I just never saw it again.
gotcha.
It was like one of those things when it came out, I just saw like copies all the time because
Mm,
it was probably pretty expensive when it came out.
yeah.
But all right, I'll do a couple more here. King Diamond, Songs for the Dead live. Really, really good show. This is from 2015 in Philly. Like I said, for a guy like this, you've got kind of running the gamut of his career for a set list that late in his career. So he gets to pick from everything. So you kind of get all the eras of King stuff. You even get two Merciful Fate songs as well. The lineup at this time is on fire. Obviously, Andy the Roke on guitar absolutely slays. But yeah, really, really good. King sounds great. Still sounds great live. When we saw him, Tyler and I saw him like 3 years ago with Merciful Fate. That lineup, that was excellent show. It still sounds amazing. And I'll run through these last couple. This was a Record Store Day release from, I think, a couple years ago. Ramones, Loco Live, 91 recording. So you got over 30 tracks on here of just all the Ramones songs you ever want to hear. It's CJ on bass and Marky on drums. So not the classic lineup, but the band sounds like the Ramones. So, and like I said, get everything you want to hear on here and then some. Because like I said, it's over 30 tracks. And really, really good. Highly enjoy that one. And last but not least, probably my favorite out of this whole stack, Heaven and Hell live at Radio City Music Hall from 2007. This is from the recent Heaven and Hell box set that just came out. I believe this is first time on vinyl. This show is amazing. Like for Ronnie James Dio era Sabbath, like this set list is everything you'd ever want for sure. And they dropped this pre The Devil You Know, that final album they did with Ronnie. So there's nothing off that album. But as far as all the classic Ronnie James Dio stuff from his 3 albums prior to that comeback, this is stellar. Sounds amazing. That box set is well worth it if you can still track it down. I know it was kind of, I think it kind of went away pretty quick, so I don't know how much it is, but you get this, you get the Vakken set, and then you get the Devil You Know too, which all of these were notoriously out of print. This one had never been on vinyl either, so it's a great box set to have for sure.
Nice, awesome.
So, highly recommend that if you can pick it up. But anyways, man, yeah, that was fun. Nice little run through. And again, we'll kind of see how this does and do it again next month. Talk about recent pickups and do a specific topic. And maybe we'll bring back the album rankings and stuff like that. We could always do that too. But yeah. Any parting words, Josh, at all?
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to more.
Yeah, man.
Say we
Alrighty,
do it
guys.
again.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. If you made it this far, hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe. Like I said, we're marching towards 500 subs. Be awesome to have you around. And we'll see you next time, guys. Peace.